Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to Donovan Stadium for Game 5 of the 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. I'm Jansen Blaker here, bringing you this broadcast as it's going to be the Endicott Post against Clinton County Post. And here we're going to be going over some of the lineups, but before we do so, I want to try and mention here as well, whoever loses, this is a elimination game. Whoever loses this game will be out of the tournament, and whoever wins this game will face the Pirates of Rockland in the finals. Now, going over some of the lineups, I'm going to mention some of the reserve players first. Starting with Clinton County, number 23, Josh Sand, number 31, Alex O'Neill, number 22, Nolan Miner, number 20, Nick Kluke, and number 10, Ty Calkins. Going over now to the Endicott Post reserve players, it's going to be number 5, Vinny DeBonis, number 9, Gavin Bowman, number 3, Austin Nyshot, number 1, Ty LeBaire, number 15, Jacob McTeague, and number 20, Jacob Bender. Now, going over the starting lineups, I'm going to start off with Endicott. Starting at number 11 is going to be Michael Ferranti. At number 4, Nicholas Lange, batting second. Batting third is number 21, Cooper Hughes. Batting cleanup is 14, Dylan Kelly. Batting fifth is Jonah Conklin. Batting sixth is number 13, Aiden Houghton. Batting seventh is number 8, Jake Grassi. Batting eighth is Cameron Newton, number 2. And batting ninth is number 19, Talon McVannon. And the starting lineups for Clinton County, the Mariners, will be batting first is number 19, Parker Broughton. Batting second is number 8, Boston Duquette. Batting third is number 5, Zach O'Connell. Batting cleanup is number 44, Chase Kluke. Batting fifth will be number 25, Anthony Marion. Batting sixth will be number 4, Quinn Brandel. Batting seventh will be number 12, Jake Calkins. Batting eighth will be number 11, Braden Calkins. And batting ninth will be number 7, Austin Lambert. All right, so we'll be back to give you the top of the first inning right after the national anthem. You're listening to UCTV and the American Legion Baseball Network.
Jenna Lalonde is a 24-year-old young lady who is a sole survivor of triplet girls. She was born at 23 weeks and had a She is a musical savant with a perfect pitch who plays the keyboard effortlessly.
Wow.
She has never had a lesson and can play music just from listening to a song. She has played with local bands Classified, Showtime, and Princess Polka Band. She is a graduate of New York State School for the Blind and spreads smiles wherever she goes. Visit her YouTube page and we'll see you at the game.
And that was a great rendition of the national anthem right there, I have to say so myself. James and Blake are here to bring you Game 5 of the 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament between the Clinton County Mariners and the Endicott Tigers. The winner of this game will take on the Rockland Pirates in the finals, and that will determine everything at hand. So going over some of the defensive players, the starting pitcher for Clinton County is going to be number 8, Boston Duquette. The catcher will be Zach O'Connell. The first baseman will be Anthony Marion. The second baseman will be Jake Calkins. The shortstop will be Chase Kaluki, number 44. And the third baseman will be number 11, Braden Calkins. In terms of the outfield, the left fielder will be Quinn Brandel, then the center fielder will be Parker Browden, and the right fielder will be Austin Lambert. So it's going to be interesting to see what manager Andrew Kramer's Mariners do here today. They lost last night to the Rockland Pirates 12-0, and they're going to be battling it out here against Endicott to see if they could play the Pirates again and to show that that was a fluke in their regards and according to them. It's a beautiful day here at Donovan Stadium. Still slightly windy, kind of like yesterday, but the weather is not as cold. Pretty surprising in late July how cold it could actually get up here in Utica. But nonetheless, it's still a great day for some American Legion baseball. And we're just about ready to get things started. Batting for the Endicott Tigers is going to be center fielder number 11, Michael Ferranti, who had a wonderful day yesterday. He got a diving catch against Utica Post, who are now eliminated. They were eliminated yesterday. And this game here right now will determine who's the next American Legion team to be eliminated from this tournament. We're just about ready to get things started here in the top of the first. Here's Duquette's pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. It's going to be 0-1 to start things off here at Donovan Stadium. Both of these two teams have lost at least one game. However, that means nothing depending on who wins it. And that's going to be strike 2 for Ferranti, and it's now going to be an 0-2 count to start things off. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be grounder up the middle for a base hit. And Ferranti gets things started for the Tigers early. So now there's a runner on first base, and Nicholas Lange, number 4, is up now for Mason Ryan's Endicott Tigers. Mason Ryan is the manager for Endicott. And you saw a little stunner there for Ferranti. He gets back to first base. He wanted to steal. Boston Duquette caught him a little bit off guard. This is what you need to do as a pitcher, try and keep the base runner at check. I mentioned that all throughout the day yesterday. That's going to be low for ball 1, and Ferranti steals the base without any contest. So now there is a base runner on second base, and that is Ferranti. An RBI possibility for Nicholas Lange. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be off the screen for strike 1. Nicholas Lange also had a great day yesterday against the Utica Post 229. And he's going to get a base hit down the left field line. Ferranti's going to try and come in to score, and that will be the first run of the game, and it's a throw to second, and Lange is safe. Excellent running there for Nicholas Lange. Almost got tagged out, but luckily enough for Endicott, he is safe at second, and the Tigers have one run in. Here in the top of the first, it's now 1-0 off a great base hit by Nicholas Lange, a double. It was hit right into left field. And now Cooper Hughes is up at the plate. There are still no outs here in the top of the first inning. Duquette deals. And that's going to go outside for ball 1. Runner on second base. Duquette deals. And that's going to be a high flyer in foul territory. And it will be caught by Anthony Marion for out number 1. Nicholas Lange is still on second base with the catcher for Endicott, Dylan Kelly, number 14, now up. One out here. Duquette deals. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Lange is still taking a really big lead despite the infield playing tricks on him. And that's going to be a strike. It's now 1-1. Here's a pitch. And that's going to be outside for ball 2. It's now 2-1 for Kelly. One out here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a grounder to third. Calkins going to pick it up, but he's not going to have enough time to throw it. And he's going to hold on to it instead, with now the Tigers having runners on third and first.
The right fielder, number 7.
Braden Calkins right there, the third baseman, had a hard time trying to pick it back up. He didn't want to waste a throw because he was worried that Nicholas Lange was going to try and come home. 1 out, runners on third and first. Jonah Conklin is up as we see there's a throw there and a steal by Kelly, and a steal at home as well as Nicholas Lange comes in to score, and it's now 2-0 Endicott. Excellent run there for Nicholas Lange. Great awareness on the base paths. And it just makes you wonder right there whether it's worth throwing for Zach O'Connell for the Mariners. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is outside for ball 1. Jonah Conklin was the pitcher in the first time these two faced off before the rain delay on Thursday. Now he's playing right field as that one is low for ball 2. Conklin was pitching against Utica Post yesterday to make up for the game before. And that's going to be a grounder, and it's going to get past the shortstop Kaluki. As Kelly is going to come home, here's the throw, and Kelly is safe. It's now 3-0 Endicott here in the top of the first inning. And so far it's been great offensively for the Tigers, as Duquette is getting a visit from the mound. So far, the Endicott Tigers have been proving their offensive strength so far. With 1 out here in the top of the first inning, it's got to be remarkable to try and outdo the Clinton County Mariners, who beat them 8-6 yesterday in Game 1 of this American Legion Junior Tournament. Now here's Aiden Houghton. With a runner on second base. And that's going to be a balk. Boston Duquette thought he was going to throw it to first, realized there was no one at first base. And Conklin got a double out of that due to the throw at home. And now Conklin is at third base with still 1 out here in the top of the first. Duquette deals. That one's going to be outside for ball 1. Three nothing here in the top of the first inning. Boston Duquette deals, and that one's going to be low for ball 2. Conklin is at third base. Here's a pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 3. All Houghton has to do here is sleep on a pitch. Here's a 3-0. He decides not to and swings at it for strike 1. Would have possibly been a strike anyway by looking at the pitch. But here's the 3-1. That's going to be low for ball 4. And Houghton will take his base. Conklin will decide to stay at third. Was about to run for it, but decided not to. And here's a new face for the Endicott Tigers within this tournament. Number 8, Jake Grassi, is going to be the starting pitcher for today's game for the Endicott Tigers. And that's going to be high for ball 1. Runners on the third and first. A steal by Houghton. Here's the throw by O'Connell, and he gets the tag out. Houghton gets caught stealing for out number 2, The tag possibility for Conklin is out of the question. Here's a 2-0 to Jake Rossi. And that's going to be a strike for a 2-1. On deck for Endicott is number 2, Cameron Nunn. And that's going to be outside for ball 3 as Conklin's coming home. It's going to be a tag, and that's going to be out number 3. Duquette gets the tag in time. And we're going to go into the bottom of the first inning, in which Endicott has scored 3 runs. We'll see what Clinton County will do next. And we welcome you back here to the bottom of the first inning for this 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. As this is Game 5, the elimination matchup. Go over the positions for the Endicott Tigers. The center fielder will be Michael Ferranti. The right fielder will be Jonah Conklin. The left fielder will be number 19, Talon McVannon. Going into the infield, the first baseman will be Aiden Houghton. Second baseman will be Nicholas Lange. The shortstop will be Cameron Nunn. And the third baseman will be Cooper Hughes. The catcher for this game is Dylan Kelly. And the pitcher is number 8, Jake Grassi. And to start things off for Clinton County will be number 19, Parker Broughton. In his third game here in this tournament, he has been batting first throughout. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be outside for ball 1. This is Grassi's first day starting for the Tigers in the tournament. That's going to be low for ball 2. The Mariners are trying to make up for the last inning, giving up 3 runs. And that's going to be strike 1. I wouldn't say the last inning, excuse me, the top of this inning. But here's the 2-1 for Parker Broughton. That's going to be fouled. It's now 2-2. On deck is Boston Duquette. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 3. It's now a full count. Here's the 3-2 pitch now to Parker Broughton. And that's going to be a grounder to Lange. He's going to throw it off to first. And Houghton catches it for the first out. So 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. 3-0 Endicott Tigers over the Clinton County Mariners. Boston Duquette. It's going to be pitcher against pitcher here in the bottom of the first inning. That's going to be outside for ball 1. On deck for the Mariners is Zach O'Connell. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 2. Grassy so far doing a good job here in the bottom of the first. Here's a pitch. And that's going to be another grounder to Lange. Off to Houghton again, and that's out number 2. Deja vu, as they would call it. And it's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, with Zach O'Connell now up for the Mariners. Grassy now deals. And that's going to be hitting the netting. Foul ball, 0-1. Two outs here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be line foul. It's now going to be 0-2 to Zach O'Connell. On deck is Chase Kaluki. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be outside for ball 1. Two outs here so far. Grassy hasn't given up a hit here in the bottom of the first. And that's going to be fouled away. The count still stays at 1-2. It's 3-0. Endicott leads over the Clinton County Mariners. That's going to be a high flyer to center field, but it will be caught by Michael Ferenti for out number 3. Of play here, and the Endicott Tigers lead 3-0. And we are back here in the top of the second inning as Jake Grassi is now back up. Swings and misses there for strike one. Grassi is back up because Conklin was trying to steal from home and he got tagged out, which is one of the reasons why Grassi is still up at bat. And that's going to hit O'Connell right there. It's going to be ball one. Count is now 1-1. Duquette deals, and that's going to be a foul ball. It's now 1-2. Boston Duquette is trying to make up for his last inning of play in which he gave up 3 runs and 4 hits. Here's the 1-2. And a great snag there by Duquette. Throws it out at first. And that's going to be out number 1 here in the top of the second inning.
Number 2, Nunn.
Cameron Nunn is now up for the Endicott Tigers. With 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. Cameron Nunn has just been remarkable throughout this tournament. Not only offensively, but defensively as well. This goes to show you that size doesn't matter when it comes to his height. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be ball 3. It's now 3-0. Duquette deals. And that's going to be strike 1. It's now 3-1. Top of the second inning now. It's 3-0. Tigers in the lead. And Cameron Nunn takes his base. And that will bring up the 9th hitter in the lineup, the left fielder, number 19, Talon McVannon. He's also been putting on a show as well. So we got 1 out here in the top of the second inning. The runner on first base. Duquette throws back to Marion. And Cameron Nunn is still safe at first base. Here's a pitch to McVannon, and that one's going to be outside for ball 1. The Mariners have a double play opportunity here with a runner on first base. Nunn takes a big lead. He's going to steal it. It's going to be a grounder, and it gets past the second baseman, number 12, Jake Calkins. And Cameron Nunn goes off to third base, and Talon McVannon gets a single. So that is the 5th hit for the Tigers here in the top of the second inning. And now we're back at the top of the lineup with Michael Ferranti up at the plate. Runners on third and first. Here's the pitch. That's outside for ball 1. Here's the throw. And they're going to throw it at home. And that is overthrown. It was overthrown to Zach O'Connell in time. And Cameron Nunn comes home to bring in the 4th run for the Endicott Tigers. Not only that as well, McVannon not only stole second base, but he decided to go to third as well. And now with a runner on third and 1 out, here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be low for ball 2. So it's now 4-0 Endicott here in the top of the second. And that's going to be a foul ball. It's now 2-1 to Ferranti. Here's a 2-1. That's going to be outside for ball 3. McVannon is at third. Only one out. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And that is going to be popped up foul and out of play. It'll now be a full count to Ferranti. Here's the full count. And that's going to be a grounder foul. It's going to stay full. One out here. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And that's going to be strike 3. The umpire called it late. But regardless, there's 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. So that takes away the tagging situation for the Tigers. That one's going to be outside for ball 1 as Nicholas Lange is up for Endicott. That's going to be a high pop up to left field. And let's see, and it's going to go in. As the left fielder, Quinn Brandel, couldn't get it in time. It brings in a run for Endicott, and they now lead 5-0. It almost looked like Quinn Brandel had a chance to try and catch that pop-up. But unfortunately, Nicholas Lange put it in a good spot, in which he was able to get a single out of it. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Up now is Cooper Hughes, the third baseman. Throw back to first. Lange is still safe. Lange takes a big lead with 2 outs here. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 2. Two outs here. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Lange steals. Let's see what the throw goes. And that's going to be over the head of Calkins. And Nicholas Lange gets a stolen base yet again for the Tigers. Might not even be necessary because Cooper Hughes has a 3-0 count. Oh, he's going to try and bunt it here, or attempted to. And that's going to be a strike. It's now 3-1. I was about to say that Cooper Hughes could have possibly walked in this situation. He still has the shot to. But he tries to swing at that one. It's now a full count. So there are 2 outs here in the top of the second inning, in which the Endicott Tigers lead 5-0. Duquette deals. That's going to be a grounder to third, and it gets off Calkins' shoulder right there, and Lange is going to come home for another run. Another mess up there, this time by Braden Calkins. And that leads to another run for the Tigers as Nicholas Lange got home just fine. And now with 2 outs here, top of the third inning, each of the 2 innings, Clinton County has given up 3 runs. So far, it's been a rough outing in the first 2 innings for Boston Duquette. But nonetheless, he still has 1 more out to go here in the top of the 2nd inning. And the Mariners are going to keep Boston Duquette in the ball game. So here's Dylan Kelly with a runner on first base, 2 outs. Duquette throws back to first. Cooper is still safe. Almost looked like Cooper Hughes slipped there for a minute. And nonetheless, Cooper Hughes gets back safely. 2 outs here. Still waiting for the first pitch to Dylan Kelly. And that's going to be a strike. It's now 0-1. And that's going to be a grounder down the left field line. That will be a foul ball. Cooper Hughes is going to have to go back to first. It's now 0-2 for Dylan Kelly. Boston Duquette only needs 1 more out here to get out of this inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be low for ball 1. The count is 1-2. Runner on first base, 2 outs. Duquette deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3, but the ball gets past O'Connell, and the throw will not be in time. However, Marion's going to throw to third, and Cooper Hughes gets to third safely. So everyone is safe in the scenario. Cooper Hughes is at third. Dylan Kelly is at first base. That could have been a strikeout if O'Connell was able to hold on to the baseball. But unfortunately, it leads to more runners on base. And Jonah Conklin getting another crack at the bat. Two outs still. Here's the pitch to Jonah Conklin. That's going to be a grounder to Calkins. He's going to throw to first. And Braden Calkins gets out number 3 for Clinton County. So we're going to go into the bottom of the 2nd inning, in which 3 more runs were added for Endicott, and the score is now 6-0. And we welcome you back here to the bottom of the second inning as Chase Kluge is now up for Clinton County. And the Mariners are down by 6 runs here, 6-0 for the Endicott Tigers. The Mariners are obviously trying to look for runs here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 count. That's going to be low for ball 2. It's now 2-0 to Kluge. Excuse me. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 3. Jake Grassi has been putting on such a performance so far in the bottom of the first inning. He's trying to maintain that. But nonetheless, we'll give Kluge a walk, and there will now be a runner on first base for Clinton County.
Now batting, first baseman number 25, Anthony Marion.
So here is Anthony Marion. That's going to be strike number 1 for Marion. Runner on first base, no outs here in the top of the second inning. Kluge takes the lead, but he's going to go back to first base. As the ball gets away from Houghton. Not enough for Kluge to try and steal the base. It's now an 0-1 count to Marion. Grassi deals. And that's going to be a high pop-up into foul territory. And that's going to be over the head of Cooper Hughes. It'll now be an 0-2 count to Anthony Marion. Here's the pitch from Grassi. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Grassi gets a strikeout there. Put 1 out on the board here in the bottom of the second inning. Quinn Brandel is now up, the left fielder. Kluge still at first base. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside as Kaluki's going to steal it. Let's see if the throw is in time. And it is. Kluge got caught stealing. And with 2 outs here, now in the bottom of the second inning, there are now no base runners for the Mariners. Brandel gets it off to Grassi, and he's just going to take it himself for out number 3. So no runs, no hits here at the end of 2 innings. It is 6-0 Endicott over the Clinton County Mariners. And we are back here in the top of the third inning, in which the Endicott Tigers lead 6-0 over the Clinton County Mariners. James and Blake are bringing you to hear this broadcast. And we see Aiden Houghton is now up. That's going to be low for ball one. So far, defensively, Clinton County has been struggling. That one's going to be low for ball two. Boston Duquette is still pitching in this game for the Mariners. That's going to be low for ball three. The last time up, Houghton walked. That's going to be strike one, 3-1 now to Houghton. With no outs here in the top of the third inning. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball four, and Houghton takes his base. So now with a runner on first base, we see Jake Grassi is now up. Pitcher against pitcher yet again. That's going to be a strike. 0-1. Houghton taking a lead. That's going to be outside for ball one. It's now 1-1 to Jake Grassi. Duquette throws back to first. Houghton still safe at first base. Here's a 1-1 to Grassi. And that's going to be out number one. Throw to first. And that's out number two. Double play. Excellent catch there by the shortstop, Chase Kaluki. Able to get a line drive catch at shortstop and throw it back to first to get the double play in time. And now with two outs here in the top of the third inning, Cameron Nunn is back up at the plate. He walked his last time up. That's going to be low for ball one.
Shortstop number two, and Lange.
Here's a 1-0. That's going to be a grounder for strike number one. A great advantage for Cameron Nunn's height as well is that the batter's box is much lower. So it'll be an easier opportunity for him to get more balls and strikes. That's going to be a grounder to third. Braden Calkins throws to first, and that is out number three. And so for the top of the third inning, Clinton County hasn't given up any runs in this inning specifically. So they get out unscathed. They're still losing to Endicott right now, 6-0. We'll be back here on UCTV and the American Legion Baseball Network.
second baseman, number 12.
And we are back here in the bottom of the third inning. The score is 6-0. Endicott Tigers over the Clinton County Mariners. As the Mariners are still trying to pull it out and try and get their first hit here. Jake Grassi deals on that one. It's going to be strike one. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball one. It's now 1-1 for Jake Calkins. That's going to be outside for ball two. So far, Clinton County had a really good inning the last time defensively, trying to make up for the first two that they had. Jake Grassi deals, and that's going to be a line drive, and almost caught by Cameron Nunn. And that will be a base hit for Calkins. Jake Calkins right there getting that first hit for Clinton County. And the no-hitter is gone for Jake Grassi. It's only the top of the third, bottom of the third inning anyway. But nonetheless, great hit there and great luck by number 12, Jake Calkins. So now here's Braden Calkins, the third baseman. And he's going to ground it to second base. Lange is just going to throw it to first and get out number one. So Jake Calkins is at second.
Right fielder, number 7, Austin Lambert.
Austin Lambert is now up for the Mariners. He's a right fielder. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball one. Clinton County has an RBI opportunity here. Let's see the pitch. And that's going to be a grounder around first. And Houghton couldn't grab the ball in time, and everybody is safe. Jake Calkins is now at third base. Austin Lambert is at first. And now the top of the lineup for Clinton County is back up with Parker Broughton. This is the first scoring opportunity for Clinton County they had for the day. That's going to be outside for ball one. Runners on third and first. That's ball two. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That's going to be a high pop-up in the foul territory, and that's going to be way out of play. With one out here, runners on first and third. The count is 2-1 to Parker Broughton. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball three. Here's the 3-1. And it's going to be a grounder, and it hits Austin Lambert. It's going to drive in Jake Calkins. And it's going to be an automatic out for Austin Lambert. And Parker Broughton will stay on first base. And actually, the run will not count. It will not be a run there for Clinton County, and it still stays at 6-0 as Calkin goes back to third base. So there's 2 outs here. Here's the throw to first. So there's runners on first and third. Boston Duquette is up. I got to mention once again that that run did not count for Clinton County, as that one is up for ball 1. It's still 6-0 Endicott. Here's a pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 2. On deck is Zach O'Connell. Here's the 2-0. That will be outside for ball 3. Clinton County is still looking for their first run. Here's the 3-0. And that's going to be strike 1. 3-1 now to Boston Duquette. But it's going to be a base hit for Duquette, and he drives the first run in for the Mariners. And the ball gets loose for a minute, and it allows Duquette to run to second base. As Parker Broughton was confused whether or not to go home, he made the right choice, and he stayed at third base. So with 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, the Mariners scored their first run. It's now 6-1 Tigers, as Mason Ryan is coming up to the mound to check up on Jake Grassi. So far this has been a dominant game for Endicott all throughout the first 3 innings. However, things might change here in this bottom half of the inning, of the 3rd inning, as now the first run is scored for the Mariners. However, they're still down by 5 runs. So there are runners on 3rd and 2nd. Zach O'Connell is up at the plate for the Mariners. And that's going to be strike 1. So far, the Mariners had 3 hits in this inning. It's going to be a high pop-up in the foul territory. That is way out of play. The count will stay at 0-2. It almost looked like Parker Broughton was going to try and steal a home on that play, pull a Jackie Robinson. He is taking a big lead. And that one's going to be a ball for a 1-2 count to Zach O'Connell. So yeah, Broughton isn't necessarily stealing for home. He's just taking a very large lead to trick out the pitcher. That's going to be outside for ball 2. Jake Grassi is not getting fooled by it, however. Runners on 3rd and 2nd. Here's the 2-2 pitch to O'Connell. It's going to be a grounder to second, and Lange bobbles it, but he's going to throw it to first, and he will get out number 3. So no more runs are scored. However, the Mariners finally get on the board. We're at the end of 3, where the score is Endicott 6, Clinton County 1. And we're back here in the top of the fourth inning, in which the score is 6-1. Endicott in the lead over Clinton County, as Talon McVannon is up for the Tigers. That one is going to be outside for ball one. On deck will be the top of the order, and Michael Ferranti, as that one is outside for ball two. Here's the pitch. That one is low for ball three. Boston Duquette is still in the ball game for the Mariners. See what he does here. Now it's going to be a strike. It's now 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch to McVannon, and he's going to walk. So now the Tigers have a runner on first base, and the top of the order is coming back up yet again, as I mentioned before, number 11, Michael Ferranti, the center fielder, is now up at the dish. Here's the pitch. That one is outside, and McVannon is going to steal for second base with no contest, as there's another pass ball by Zach O'Connell, as that one was thrown way out of reach, as Kramer, manager Andrew Kramer, is coming back out for the Clinton County Mariners. He's obviously got to check up on Boston Duquette. He's been struggling throughout the day with only one good inning in the top of the third. But in the first two innings, Duquette gave up 3 runs each in the first and second inning, which now has the reason why it is 6-1 Endicott. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a strike. It's now 1-1 to Ferranti. Of Talon McVannon on second base. Here's the 1-1 count. That one is outside for ball two, and McVannon steals, and he's going to be safe. So Talon McVannon is on third base. And possible RBI opportunity here for Michael Ferranti to try and extend it to a 6-run lead. Here's a 2-1. Duquette deals. That one's going to be outside for ball three. It's now 3-1 to Ferranti with a runner on third base. Duquette deals. That's going to be another pass ball. Ball four anyway. And McVannon steals, and he gets home. But now Ferranti's in a rundown. Let's see if he gets to second base. And he is going to be out. And Ferranti is questioning that call, but nonetheless, there's a tag out for Clinton County, and they get their first out here in the top of the fourth inning. However, in the process, they give up a run, as McVannon gets that run in on a passed ball through O'Connell. We're going to see a pitching change here, possibly, for Clinton County. So while that pitching change is going on, we'll be taking a break here on UCTV, where the score is 7-1 Endicott. And we are back here in the top of the fourth inning, in which it is 7-1. Endicott in the lead over Clinton County. A pitching change was made for Boston Duquette for Clinton County, and now the catcher, Zach O'Connell, is now the pitcher for the Mariners. That's going to be outside for ball one. It's pretty interesting to see a catcher now turn pitcher. But O'Connell has done it nonetheless, and that one's going to be outside. Or now that's inside. Strike one. It's now 1-1. Jake Calkins is now the catcher for the Mariners. That one's going to go out of play for strike two. It's now a 1-2 count. One out. Here's a 1-2. That's going to be a high flyer deep into left field, and that's going to be foul. The count will stay at 1-2 for Nicholas Lange. As I mentioned before, O'Connell now coming in as a pitcher, replacing Boston Duquette here in the top of the fourth inning. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ball. It's now going to be 2-2 for Nicholas Lange. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball three. It's now a full count. Nicholas Lange has one out to work with. O'Connell deals, and that's going to be outside for ball four. And the first batter that Zach O'Connell faces, he gives him a walk. That leads now to Cooper Hughes. Cooper Hughes has a runner on first base, as O'Connell threw it to Marion there. Put Lange in check. Here's the first pitch to Cooper. And did that hit him? It looked like it didn't, but Nicholas Lange goes for third. And that just shows you the speed that Nicholas Lange has. He steals two bases for the price of one. Excellent run there for Nicholas Lange. And now with a 1-0 count to Cooper Hughes. Off that pass ball, Endicott has another runner in scoring opportunity. Hughes is going to go to center field, and that's going to lay down for a base hit, RBI single, or possibly double here. And Hughes is safe. An RBI double for Cooper Hughes, and it's now 8-1 Endicott. Excellent running there on the base pass for Cooper Hughes and Nicholas Lange. Two excellent base runners for this Endicott Tigers team. So here's Dylan Kelly with one out here and a runner on second base. That's going to be strike one. Connell deals, and that's going to be strike two. So far, Endicott has 8 hits in this ball game. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be outside for ball one. Decent amount of pass balls throughout the game for Clinton County. Connell trying to redeem himself, and he does with that strikeout. So that's strike three. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. That's something that the Mariners needed in that situation, as Jonah Conklin comes up to the plate. for the Tigers. They threw it to second base. Cooper Hughes slides in safely as he drags himself to second base. Still waiting for the first pitch to Conklin. That's going to be outside for ball one. So far, Cooper Hughes is playing a lot of tricks on the infield right now at second base. Shortstop Chase Kluge gave him a fist bump. Here's a 1-0. That's going to be strike one. It's now 1-1. Two outs here in the top of the fourth inning. O'Connell trying to get out of the inning, only giving up 2 runs, and that's going to be a foul ball. And Cooper Hughes is going to have to go back to second base. So 1-2 count to Conklin with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's going to be outside for ball 2. Eight 1 is the score. Endicott's in the lead. That's going to be outside for ball 3, and it's another full count. Zach O'Connell only needs 1 more out here to get out of this inning, only giving up 2 runs. Here's a 3-2 pitch, and he's actually going to throw it to the shortstop. And it's going to be another steal for Cooper Hughes. As Zach O'Connell threw it to shortstop Boston Duquette, who was the pitcher originally in this game. Switched him over to shortstop. But nonetheless, Cooper Hughes gets to third base safely. And it's a hit batsman yet again as Conklin is going to take his base. He gets hit in the back as now there's runners on first and third.
First baseman, number 13, Aiden Houghton.
And with runners being on first and third, Aiden Houghton is up. Last time up, he walked. That's going to be low for strike 1. So it's going to be 0-1. That one's going to be out of ball 1. 1-1 now with runners on first and third. 2 outs for Clinton County. They only need 1 more. They will certainly can't afford to give up another run. And with that, catcher Jake Calkins decided not to throw it to second base, and that's a good choice, as you got the speedster and Cooper Hughes, who could have a possibility to run home right after. Very smart play, especially because they are down by 7 runs. So now runners on third and second. Houghton pops it up deep into foul territory, and Braden Calkins gets the catch for the Clinton County Mariners. So 2 runs were given up here in the top of the fourth inning. Your score is 8-1 Endicott over Clinton County here on Utica College Television. And we are back to bring you the bottom of the fourth inning here, in which the score is 8-1. Endicott Post over the Clinton County Post. James and Blaker here providing you the coverage here for Game 5 of the 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. And whoever wins this game will move on to face the Rockland Pirates in the finals. That's going to be outside for ball one. Jake Grassi has only given up 3 hits in this game. And that one's going to be outside for ball 2 to Chase Kaluki. That's going to be outside for ball 3. So Jake Kaluki has an opportunity to try and take his base. And that will be outside for ball 4. Kaluki is now on first. And now coming up is Anthony Marion. Anthony Marion has a great opportunity here to get on base as well, with no outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That's down the middle, but the umpire is not going to call strike. It's now 1-0. Here's a 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a strike. It's now 1-1. Seems like with pitches like that, you'd think that Marion would try and hit it. But now here's the 1-1 pitch. And he hits that one down the middle, and he gets a base hit. Kaluki's going to run for third. It gets past Ferenti. And Kaluki is safe. And Anthony Marion gets a single in the process. So now there are runners on first and third, with Quinn Brandel now up for Clinton County. Has an RBI opportunity here for the Mariners. So Endicott is up by 7 runs here, 8-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Clinton County trying to cut that lead in half, as that is low for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be outside for ball 2. Kaluki is on third. Marion is on first. Here's a 2-0 to Brandel. And that will be outside for ball 3. A great scoring opportunity for Clinton County right here. That's going to be a strike 1. It's now 3-1 here. No outs in the bottom of the fourth. And that's going to be strike 2, and it's now a full count on Brandel. 8-1 is the score so far. Runners on third and first. Grassi deals, and that one's going to be outside for ball 4. The bases are loaded now for Clinton County, with no outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Catcher number 12, Jake Calkins.
And Jake Calkins comes up to the plate. He's now the catcher, filling in for Zach O'Connell, who's now the pitcher for Clinton County. But now Jake Calkins is up at the plate with a bases loaded opportunity. If he gets all 3 runs in, he would cut Endicott's lead in half. Here's a pitch by Grassi, and Grassi's going to get the liner right there and throws it at home for out number 1, and no runs are scored in that situation. That caught me a little bit off guard, as it was hit right to Jake Grassi. He decided to throw it home for the first out. That's a great instinctiveness by Jake Grassi, throwing it at home in order for no run to score. Bases are still loaded, however, and Jake Calkins is at first base. Braden Calkins is now up, and he just got a strike. It's now 0-1. Marion on third. Here's a grounder to second, or to short. Nunn is going to throw at first, and he gets the out. One run scores, and a second one scores as well. Anthony Marion and Quinn Brandel both come home to now give Endicott an 8-3 lead. Clinton County is still down by 5, however. And there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. But slowly but surely, Clinton County is trying to make its way back. Great play there, great grounder. Cameron Nunn didn't really know what to do in that situation. He threw it to first. On Endicott's behalf, at least they got that out there. And they now have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. That one's going to be low for ball 2. The score is now 8-3 Endicott over Clinton County with 2 outs here and a 2-0 pitch to Lambert, and Lambert's going to ground it to first. And Houghton runs to first base, and that's going to be the end of 4. With your score now 8-3 Endicott over Clinton County here on Utica College Television. And we are back here in the top of the 5th inning, in which the score now is Endicott post 8, Clinton County post 3. James and Blaker bringing you this Game 5 matchup in the tournament. And Grassi gets a grounder to second base. There's the throw, and that's going to be out number 1 here in the top of the 5th. Skaluki was able to get that one. As he is playing second base now. He was originally playing shortstop until Duquette moved over. And now with 1 out here in the top of the 5th, Cameron Nunn is up at the plate. And that's going to be strike 1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a grounder to third. That will go foul. And now Cameron Nunn is working with an 0-2 count. And that's going to be way outside for ball 1. One out here. Here's the 1-2 count. And that's going to go over into the roof. I'm surprised we didn't hear the ding. I guess it went way over. And it's still going to be a 1-2 count to Cameron Nunn. There's another grounder that went foul, and Cameron Nunn is staying alive. Score is 8-3. Endicott in the lead with 5 runs, 5 more runs. That's a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. And that is out number 2 here in the top of the 5th inning, as Clinton County is trying not to give up a run in any of these situations. The last time Clinton County hasn't given up a run, that was in the 3rd inning, 2 innings ago. But every other inning, they've at least give up 2 or more runs. So here's Talon McVannon. He's been on base every time he's been up. That's going to be a grounder foul. It's now 1-1. Two outs here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to go outside. It's now 2-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 3. Last time up, McVannon walked. And he's going to do the same. No, he's not. That's going to be strike 2. It's now a full count. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And he's going to line that one to center field. And that's going to be over the head of Broughton. McVannon is going to run for 2, and he will be in there safely. A double for Talon McVannon. And now is another RBI opportunity for Michael Ferranti and the Endicott Tigers. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. And O'Connell definitely needs to try and focus on getting one batter out. Definitely doesn't want any of the Tigers to come home. So here's Ferranti. He swings at that one. That is strike 1. That one's going to be outside for ball 1. So it's now 1-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 2. Two outs here. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 3. Here's the throw, and McVannon is way out by a mile. And that's going to be the end, or excuse me, not the end of the top of the 5th. And we're going to go into the bottom of the 5th with the score being 8-3, Endicott over Clinton County. And we're back here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here in Game 5 of the 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. As now Clinton County is up. As Parker Broughton, the leadoff batter, is now up yet again, and that one is outside for ball 1. Grassy deals, and that one's going to be outside for ball 2. Clinton County was lucky to survive in the top of the 5th inning, not giving up a run. That one's going to be outside for ball 3. Because they did have McVallen in at second base, but luckily enough for Clinton County, they were able to tag him out on a steal at third base. Caught him in the nick of time. The umpires are going off to the Endicott bench. Not entirely sure what they're going to be doing. I think they're replacing a catcher's mitt. I think Dylan Kelly wanted to get a new mitt. Wasn't liking what his previous one was doing. So now we have a 3-0 count for Parker Broughton. That one is high and outside for ball 4, and Parker Broughton will take his base. That brings up Boston Duquette, who's now the shortstop, was the pitcher earlier in the game. And Boston Duquette right now has a chance to try and get something going for the Mariners, as that's a strike for an 0-1 count. Clinton County is trying to rally back here. Being down by 5 runs, it's going to be a grounder up the middle, and it might not happen, as that's a double play by Cameron Nunn. Decides to do it himself. Goes to second base, throws it on off to Aiden Houghton. And bam, there's a bang-bang double play. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And just like that, that ruins the hopes for Clinton County here in this bottom of the 5th inning. They still have a shot, though, with Zach O'Connell now up at the plate. As that one is outside for ball 1. So there's 2 outs here, bottom of the 5th inning. The score is 8-3, Endicott over Clinton County. That's going to be outside for ball 2. So far, Endicott has been doing a wonderful job here. What's nice to know about Endicott is it's the town that founded IBM. And right there's a high pop up to first base. And Houghton makes the catch for out number 3. Go to the top of the 6th with the end of 5 here, in which the score is Endicott 8, Clinton County 3. And we're back here in the top of the 6th inning, in which Endicott leads 8-3 over Clinton County. And right now, we see Nicholas Lange is up. He's been having a phenomenal day on the base paths. That one's going to be outside for ball 1, and there is a correction there. The PA announcer got me yet again. Michael Ferranti is now up for the Endicott Tigers. The reason why he's up is obviously because Talon McVannon got tagged out off a steal play. That's going to be strike. It's now 2-1. And obviously Ferranti was still up at bat, which is why he's here in the top of the 6th inning. Rounder, and it's going to get past Breeden Calkins for a base hit and a single by Ferranti. I'll bring on up Nicholas Lange. I just mentioned earlier right here in the top of the 6th that Nicholas Lange has been having a phenomenal day on the base paths. Just been a great base runner. Stole 2 bases for the price of 1 on his last time up at bat. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a bunt. And that was one is going to go foul. So now it's going to be an 0-1 count to Nicholas Lange. And Ferranti is going to have to go back to first base. On deck is Cooper Hughes. Nicholas Lange has a tendency to get on base. Let's see what he does here on this 0-1 count. There's a throw to first. And Marion couldn't tag Ferranti in time, so Ferranti is still safe. O'Connell then goes back to Marion. And no, you're still not going to get him, says Ferranti. Here's the 0-1 count to Nicholas Lange. He's going to hit a high one to left field. Will that stay fair? It will not. And that's going to be strike number 2 for Nicholas Lange. That one went long. It almost looked like it was going to go fair. Maybe the wind had something to do with it. But nonetheless, it's an 0-2 count on Nicholas Lange with a runner on first. And it's going to be a high pop-up deep in foul territory. And Jake Calkins couldn't come up with it, and it's now going to stay at 0-2 for Nicholas Lange. Zach O'Connell working with an 0-2 count on Nicholas Lange. And a runner on first that he's trying to catch off guard. O'Connell deals. He actually throws the first yet again. Nothing happens. So Nicholas Lange still awaiting another pitch here. That's going to be outside for ball 1. So far, this has been a patient at bat for Nicholas Lange. Something we haven't seen during his base running abilities. And we see a grounder to third base. And that's going to get past Breeden Calkins. As Nicholas Lange is going to run to second. Ferranti is at third. And now with no outs here on the top of the 6th inning, Endicott has another RBI opportunity. Probably 2 runs. So here's Cooper Hughes.
He's been another remarkable player for the Tigers, especially for today. As we're waiting to see what's going to happen here. Cooper Hughes is now coming up to the plate. Connell deals. That's going to be a strike. Still no outs here in the top of the 6th inning. That's going to be a high flyer deep to left field. And it will be caught by Brandel for out number 1. Tagging up is Ferenti. And now it is 9-3. Endicott has a 6-run lead.
The catcher, number 14.
And that will now bring up Dylan Kelly with a runner on third, which is Nicholas Lange. Endicott has a chance to make this a 7-run lead. And that is going to be a base hit that gets past Kaluki. Lange comes in to score, and it is now 10-3. A great run by Nicholas Lange and a great hit there for Dylan Kelly. And now Jonah Conklin is coming in for the Tigers. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning as that one goes foul. Now see 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. That one's going to be outside for ball 1. Going to throw it. It caught Dylan Kelly off guard. And that's going to be out number 2. That is going to be out number 2 as Dylan Kelly was caught off guard with that throw by Zach O'Connell. And now with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Clinton County's just trying to get back on offense. Here's a 1-1 to Conklin. That one's going to be high and outside for ball 2. And that's going to be strike 2. It's now 2-2 to Conklin. There's no one on base. 2 outs here. Here's a pitch. That's going to be outside, and it's now a full count. Jake Calkins is now coming up to the pitcher's mound. I have a little chat with Zach O'Connell. Calkins goes back to his position. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 4. So Calkins takes his base. And Aiden Hefton. Houghton now comes in for the Tigers with a runner on first base. 2 outs here. O'Connell deals. That's going to be strike 1. O'Connell's going to throw it back to first, since he got lucky before with catching Dylan Kelly. Here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss for strike 2. So there's a runner on first, 2 outs. It's going to be an 0-2 pitch to Aiden Houghton. And that will be a swing and a miss for strike 3. So we're going to go into the bottom of the 6th inning with Endicott leading by a touchdown. The score is 10-3 here on UCTV. And we are back here at the bottom of the 6th inning, in which the score is 10-3. Endicott leading over Clinton County. The winner of this game will go on to play the Rockland Pirates in the finals. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be outside for ball 1 to Chase Kluke. That one's going to be outside yet again. It's now 2-0. Jake Grassi is still pitching, as that one is outside for ball 3. Jake Grassi has only given up 4 hits in the span of 6 innings. He gives up a walk there to Kluke, and now with a runner on first, going to see the first baseman, number 25, Anthony Marion, now up here for Clinton County. Marion was the pitcher in the first game. Had a remarkable performance. That's a swing and a miss for strike 1. I guess you could call this game a little bit of a revenge game for Endicott. After losing last time in game 1 yesterday. And now we see it's an 0-1 count to Anthony Marion. That one's going to be low for ball 1. Kluke on first. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 2. So now with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Marion up at the plate. He swings at that one, and it's now 2-2. Doesn't seem to be bothered by it. As that one is going to go foul for Marion, it's still stuck at 2-2. Here's a pitch, and that one's going to go foul. The count still stays at 2-2. Jake Grassi has been phenomenal so far throughout this morning. As that one's going to go low for ball 3, and it's now a full count. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Marion. And that's going to go outside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks given up by Jake Grassi. And with no outs, we now see Quinn Brandel up. Quinn Brandel has had his troubles today, but still trying to hang in there. Ball is low for ball one. He has a great opportunity here to try and get something moving for Clinton County with runners on second and first. That's going to be a strike. It's now 1-1. Marion takes a big lead because he knows the first baseman is not there. So he still takes that big lead. Here's the pitch. That's going to go outside for ball two. The score is 10-3. Endicott in the lead by 7 runs. That's going to be a strike. It's now 2-2. Jake Grassi trying to get his first out in the bottom of the 6th. And it looks like that's going to be low, and it's a full count for Brandel. Kaluki on second, Marion on first. And Brandel gets a base hit down the left field line. Kaluki's going to come home. And that's going to bring in a run as it's now 10-4. Clinton County is still down by 6 runs. But now with runners on second and first, the catcher number 12, Jake Calkins, is up. And you could recall from the last time he was up, he gave up an he gave an RBI, one of the first RBIs to Clinton County. As Mason Ryan is now up in the mound to talk to Jake Grassi. The manager for Endicott is Mason Ryan. He was just giving him some words of encouragement. Like, look, you got a 6-run lead right now. You definitely don't want to give it up here in the bottom of the 6th. And now you see with Jake Grassi, he needs to try and get 3 outs here to end the inning, as there's still no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's going to be a strike. It's now 0-1 to Calkins. Runners on first and second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be low and a pass ball as Marion's going to run to third. And Brandel to second. So now the runners are shifted to third and second with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Clinton County has a chance to get a rally going here. Obviously the biggest rally would be in the bottom of the 7th. That's going to be outside for ball 2, 2-1. On deck is Braden Calkins. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be outside for ball 3. Jake Grassi has been struggling here in the bottom of the 6th inning, trying to get batters out. But now it's going to be ball 4 for Calkins, as the bases are loaded with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And by the looks of it right now, manager Mason Ryan might be going to his bullpen. So that will be it for Jake Grassi, as he's only given up 5 hits in 6 innings of work. We'll be back to bring you more coverage of the bottom of the 6th inning here on Utica College Television and American Legion Baseball Network. And we are back here in the bottom of the 6th inning with new pitcher for Endicott is number 5, Vinny DeBonis, who relieved Endicott his last time in his pitching appearance. That one is going to be outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 count. That's going to be a foul ball. It's now 1-1. Bases are loaded here. No outs. Jake Grassi really did put Vinny DeBonis in a tough position here. Here's a pitch. It's being grounded, and it's caught by DeBonis. Throws it to Cooper Hughes, and that's a double play. Vinny DeBonis. Good looks, big man. And just like that, I said that Jake Grassi put him in a tough position, but it looks like Vinny DeBonis handled it quite well with a double play. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Marvelous. As now there are runners on second and first base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. I think by the looks of it right now, there's going to be a pitch runner for Clinton County, and it will be number 23, Josh Sand. Josh Sand was playing left field last night against the Pirates. Now there's runners on second and first. That's a swing and a miss for strike 1 for Austin Lambert. Two outs here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. The score is 10-4. Endicott in the lead by 6 runs. Clinton County obviously trying to extend their comeback. Here's a 1-1 to Austin Lambert. That's going to be outside for ball 2. Benny Vinny DeBonis has so far been doing good work at relief right now here in the bottom of the 6th. Gets a high pop-up. And Cooper Hughes gets the 3rd out. So Vinny DeBonis gets Endicott out of a jam. And we're going to go to the top of the 7th inning with the score being 10-4, Endicott over Clinton County. And we're back here in the top of the 7th inning, in which Vinny DeBonis is now up for the Endicott Tigers. Had a remarkable bottom of the 6th. Gets a grounder to short. And Boston Duquette throws DeBonis out for the first one here in the top of the 7th. So Clinton County will get one more shot after this to try and get a rally going. Whoever wins this game will be facing off the Rockland Pirates in the finals here in the championship tournament. So that's going to be a strike for Cameron Nunn. That one is going to be outside. It's now 1-1. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a grounder down the middle. Boston Duquette's going to throw to first, and that is out number 2. So far, excellent fielding by Boston Duquette. Must not mean a lot now, though, because he was originally the pitcher in the beginning of this game. And he gave up a decent amount of runs in order for it to be a large margin for Endicott winning this one, or leading this one right now. Excuse me. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Tylen McVannon is now up. That one is going to be outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That'll be outside for ball 2. Last time up, McVannon was on base. He was about to steal third base, and he got out easily. That's going to be a strike. It's now 2-1. Nonetheless, McVannon has had a very productive day. And it got even more productive with that base hit down the center field line. And he gets a single out of it. And with a runner on first, the top of the order now comes back up for Endicott with Michael Ferranti. Michael Ferranti now coming in for the Endicott Tigers with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Endicott is leading 10-4 over Clinton County. Connell deals, and that's going to be a high pop-up to the second baseman, Kaluki, and that will be out number 3. So this will be Clinton County's last chance to try and get a rally going and try and face Rockland in the finals. But your score right now is 10-4, Endicott leading over Clinton County. We'll be back to bring you the bottom of the 7th here on Utica College Television.
The center fielder, number 19, Parker Morgan.
And we are back here to bring you the bottom of the 7th inning, as this is Clinton County's last chance to try and get a rally going, being down by 6 runs. The score is 10-4, Endicott in the lead over Clinton County here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And that is going to be high and outside for Parker Broughton for ball 1. Vinny DeBonis is still pitching for Endicott. That one goes high and outside for ball 2. DeBonis had a spectacular bottom of the 6th inning in which he was coming in relief for Jake Grassi. That one's going to go outside for ball 3, in which the bases were loaded. And he was able to get out of dodge, not giving up really any runs whatsoever in that inning. And that's going to be strike 1. It's now 3-1 to Parker Broughton. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. DeBonis deals, and that's going to be outside for ball 4. So Broughton gets on first with no outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning, as Boston Duquette is now up for Clinton County. And if you are the Mariners right now, all you got to really focus on is getting on base. DeBonis throws the first, and Broughton is there in time. And we're going to see Broughton steal, and he's going to be safe. That one was well overthrown, as Cam Nunn had to really stretch out for that ball. Luckily, it wasn't overthrown. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be a strike, and it's now 0-2. On deck for Clinton County is number 5, Zach O'Connell. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So that is out number 1 for DeBonis and the Endicott Tigers, as Zach O'Connell is now up. So runner on second, 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning.
Number 5, Zach O'Connell.
Here's the pitch, And that's going to be a grounder. Cameron Nunn's going to pick it up, throw it to first, and he gets out number 2. So one more out, and the Endicott Tigers would be facing the Rockland Pirates in the finals here in the 2021 Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. It will also be considered Game 6 of the tournament, and if necessary, there might be a Game 7 on Sunday. That's depending if Endicott will beat Rockland if they win this one. And that's going to be a strike. It's now 0-1. So there's a runner on third. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And that's going to be strike 2. Chase Kaluki is the last lifeline for Clinton County right now. He's going to get a grounder to Lange. Throws to first. And that is out number 3. And the Endicott Tigers will be moving on to the finals. Game 6 of the 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. An excellent performance put on by the Endicott Tigers. Especially, you would have to give a lot of credit to the relief pitcher there, Vinny DeBonis, and the starting pitcher as well, Jake Grassi, as they all around had a great pitching performance against Clinton County. So, the Endicott Tigers will be taking on the Rockland Pirates in Game 6 of this tournament, and we'll be back to bring it to you at 1 o'clock here on Utica College Television and the American Legion Baseball Network.